KRCR and Fox 20. This is your North States News Game Break.
Thank you for joining us tonight for a special edition of the North States News at 8 following the NBA basketball game. I'm Ariana Martinez. We're starting with a time lapse of PG&E's Sugarloaf Shasta 1 camera. We started our day with snow and higher elevations, rain for us down in the valley. Overnight temperatures will be really cold tonight. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Brian Schofield. Brian, the sun did come out for a bit today, which could have melted some of the snow, which with these cold temperatures, could we see ice on the roads tonight?
Oh boy, you're nailing it right there. Exactly. And I think a lot of people are a little nervous about that, as you should be, because yeah, we did see some melt. And now we're going to see some freeze overnight. I want to show you on our cam some of the areas that are still showing some snow on the ground, and that could be misleading because you once you get to some of that ice, and it could be some dangerous situations. So southwest of Chester, where the 36 and the 89 meet, you're seeing right essentially Lake Almanor. You're seeing some snow still on the ground. There's still some slipping and sliding going on out there across Johnson Grade as well, and west of Susanville, where the 36 and the 44 meet as well. So that's Highway 36. 44 is an area I would be concerned about. Down to the 3400 foot level, Shingletown, you folks there had all kinds of weather today, whether it be some pebble-sized hail, whether it just be some rain or snow. Now a lot of that's going to freeze overnight after it finally melted a little bit today. Keep that in mind across the area. That'll be the danger in the overnight hours, so be extra cautious as we get through the area. You can see Dunsmuir and so obviously the city of Mount Shasta right around Highway 89 as well. And look what's left over. There's not much to speak of now, but there'll still be eking out some snow showers in the local mountains. But once again, it's all about the cold overnight lows and some freezing conditions. I'll have those numbers in your First Alert forecast coming right up.
A driver arrested for driving under the influence caused a multi-vehicle crash in West Reading earlier this evening. This was around 6. RPD says 4 vehicles were involved, all driving eastbound. Luckily, no injuries were reported. Traffic was diverted on Cypress Avenue, starting up at Shelley Lane, as the collision was right in front of the I-5 South on ramp. Traffic has since been cleared. The driver is currently in the process of being booked into Shasta County Jail. Police arrested a felon while responding to reports of a burglary in Chico this afternoon. Chico police says officers were at the 2000 block of North Avenue when they noticed a car nearby with 2 people inside. One of them ran when approached by police. While looking for the suspect, police spotted 36-year-old Patrick Kincaid. He was arrested on a felony warrant. CPD says the initial burglary call did not happen. They did not catch the person who ran from them, although they say there's currently no threat to the public. We're learning more about the man who died in an avalanche at a Tahoe ski resort this morning. The Placer County Sheriff's Office says 66-year-old Kenneth Kidd is a Point Reyes and Truckee, Tahoe area resident. He passed away at Palisades, Tahoe today. Another injury was reported. No other people have been reported missing in the avalanche. More than 100 emergency officials worked to search this area, which is 150 feet wide, 450 feet long, 10 feet deep. The mountain was closed for the rest of the day. If you joined us during our 4:30 newscast today, I was out on I-5 North showing all of the traffic. Here's what the I-5 North looked like a few hours ago. Caltrans is still screening all vehicles for chains at the Fondale exit, which is 10 miles north of Reading. Trucks were piling up all the way to around the Sundial Bridge exit around 4:30 this afternoon. Remember, Brian says roads could get icy tonight. Always be sure to check the Caltrans Quick Map for the latest road conditions, which could be found on our website, krcrtv.com. In the case of natural disaster, it's important to be one step ahead. Always plan for an emergency. The North States News' Adelmi Ruiz shares ways you can prepare.
Humboldt County is one of our most active seismic regions in the state, and they see an earthquake almost every year.
In the past 150 years, nearly 40 earthquakes of magnitude 6 or larger have affected Northern California. Despite being unpredictable, there are steps you can take to prepare for an earthquake. Jackie Boffman is a part of the geology department at Cal Poly Humboldt. She experienced the December 2021 and 2022 earthquakes that hit Humboldt County.
I keep a basic first aid kit. I keep a flashlight. I keep some identification information. For me, that's an expired license. for myself and an expired license of my husband, just in case I need help finding him if we're not together.
Boffman says she also has shoes, a warm jacket, some snacks, and a liter of water. Many areas in Humboldt County fall into what is called the tsunami zone.
If you feel a large earthquake, the first thing you need to do is, if you're in the tsunami zone, you start to move out of the zone, move to high ground, and then the Tsunami Warning Center will let us know here at the Weather Office if there's a threat or not.
Grant funding is available for homeowners in Humboldt County for people to safeguard their homes from earthquake damage, which can get expensive quickly.
The damage is a house sliding or toppling off the foundation because they don't have proper anchors to the foundation and they don't have plywood around the crawl space. So Earthquake Brace and Bolt provides up to $3,000 to homeowners to do a retrofit of that particular kind of weakness.
Reporting in Eureka, Adelmi Ruiz, the North States News.
Provided by Earthquake Brace and Bolt Grant, the program is available for members of the Humboldt County starting today through February 21st. Information on how to apply is on our website, krcrtv.com. Shasta County, along with city administrators, sat down for the first public meeting of the At-Home Ad Hoc Committee today. The idea is for cities and county to work together to solve homeless issues. Today was about creating a structure for how these meetings will go, as this sort of committee has never existed. Tina Aisbys, a City of Shasta Lake council member, was appointed by Chair Mayor Tanessa Audette, who's been really the point person for this plan, says this collaboration is still a work in progress.
We're sort of creating it as we go, and so we will probably change some things, add some things, take some things away as we go. We're going to be flexible with that. But the purpose is that we're just looking at this more closely, how funding is being allocated, when funding is coming, anticipating that, and working and coordinating with all the other agencies to make sure we're all on the same page of what we're looking for. It's always better when you can communicate more. We have an issue that's very large, and we have people that are isolated in their information. And so we want to be able to give as much information as possible.
Audette said the committee was informed of 2 different grant applications coming up, meaning they can learn more about them, possibly discussing them in their next meeting. The first real result of At Home locally will be the $3 million Day Resource Center, which was approved in December. The public is free to attend future meetings. Visit krcrtv.com for more details. The state of California, as well as 16 other states, are now throwing their support behind the Chico Unified School District regarding their handling of the 5th graders' gender identity. The North States News' Mona Sadek heard from Attorney General Rob Bonta, as well as the attorney representing Aurora Regino.
This has never been about anything other than making sure it doesn't happen to another family.
Aurora Regino sitting down with us last July, blasting the Chico Unified School District over its handling of her daughter's gender identity, telling the courts that the district pushed her daughter into socially transitioning from a girl to a boy. After the judge dismissed the initial suit, she's appealing to the Ninth Circuit. The appeals case getting the attention of the California Attorney General, who joined 16 other states in legally backing the school district. A statement urging the Ninth Circuit to dismiss the legal challenge and applauding the school district from preventing transgender students from being, quote, outed in situations where they might suffer psychological, emotional, or physical harm. An attorney for Regino speaking in response to the filing, saying it only highlights the magnitude of the case.
Social transitioning a child from one gender identity to another is no small thing. It's a big deal, and it has a very significant impact on their brain. It's an anti-science brief, plain and simple. They're rejecting the science on this issue and how powerful social transitioning is. And parents have the right to be involved in those decisions.
Regino's legal team has until February 22nd to file their response before oral arguments begin. In Chico, Mona Sadek, the North States News.